Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. This is your Master Wall Game of the Week here at Calvary Christian School. It's GIAA playoff action for the host Knights, welcoming the visiting Tallulah Falls Indians to town here this afternoon for some quarterfinal soccer action. Matt Melton here with you this afternoon, joined by producer and cameraman Tyler Dykes. Tyler, how you doing here this afternoon?
I'm doing really well. I'm excited to see some round of 8 quarterfinal action here between Calvary and Tallulah Falls. It's going to be an exciting matchup. Huge crowd here on the Saturday. A lot traveled up from Tallulah Falls, which is right, which you were telling me earlier, right on the border of South Carolina. So it's going to be exciting to watch. I'm excited to watch some soccer action. Elite 8, let's go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned it a minute ago. If you were unfamiliar where Tallulah Falls is, it is in the far northeastern corner of the state of Georgia on a map, right at the South Carolina border. Essentially go to Clemson on a map in South Carolina, go a little bit west, and you're at Tallulah Falls right across the state line. Quickly give you the starting lineup for both these teams as the referees get ready for action here. Starting with the visiting team, Tallulah Falls. Number 2, Simon Ganzarain Hernando. Number 5, Kai Thompson. Number 8, Tyson Hall. Number 10, Fabricio Turner Sandoval. Number 11, Vershawn Tungquist. Number 14, Avery Chapman. Number 15, Francisco Moriera Cardoso Mori Vieira. Number 16, Sebastian York. Number 19, Petar Gromiko. Number 20, Ian Borchers. And in goal for the visiting Indians will be number 1, Alberto Bettino. Starting lineup for the host team, Calvary Knights, as we get ready to get underway here. Number 2, Jacob DeRua. Number 4, Naaman Londano. Number 5, Connor Coleman. Number 6, Aaron Diaz. Number 7, Ty Orr. Number 8, Tylon Davidson. Number 10, Logan Whitley. Number 11, Camden Mount. Number 12, David Ellison. Number 22, Matthew Ramirez. And in goal for the Knights will be number 1, junior Caden Bowie. Calvary maintaining possession here early on. Knights, the home team, wearing the green jerseys with the black shorts and black socks. Tallulah Falls in the white jerseys, black shorts, and white socks. So we see the Indians here with possession. It's taken away by Calvary, though. Logan Whitley here on the near side in front of us. They'll work it across the field to Davidson there on that far side. This is Camden Mount looking for a cross into Davidson, but it's taken away by Tallulah Falls, and now the Indians will look to run. Nice job there defensively, though, from Calvary. Ty Orr in the midfield. Calvary receiving a first-round bye in the GIAA 4A playoffs as the number 4 seed. So this is their first postseason action. So we see Davidson with a cross there into the box. It is Coleman on the receiving end, and it does go out of play, and it will be a goal kick for Tallulah Falls.
Something interesting to note here as we start the match. Both of these teams have only allowed 16 or 15 goals. Calvary with 16, Tallulah Falls with 15. But if you've been watching our coverage of soccer here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, you know I always mention the goals that they have scored as well. Tallulah Falls with a big 96 going into this match. Calvary with 43. So based on record, Tallulah Falls is going to be looking to find the back of the net. Calvary has had it in possession in their half early, but we'll see how it goes. We've got 78.5 minutes left to go here.
Yeah, Tallulah Falls coming into today 16-1 overall on the year. They did not lose in district play, part of District 4, where they went 12-0. They lost their season opener on the road at Northview, but have since routed off 16 consecutive victories. They are the number 5 seed in GIAA Class 4A. And recently in the first round, they got past, I believe, Tatnall Square.
They did 4-3.
4-3. Led by head coach Jeremy Still. This is the second year in GIAA for the visiting Indians. They were previously a member of the GHSA, where they were a member of Class 1A District 1.
Got to talk about their roster real quick for Tallulah, because they have an international roster. They have an Italian, a Spaniard, 2 Serbians, 2 Panamanians, a player from Mexico City, Mexico, Nassau, Bahamas, another Panamanian, and another Spaniard. So a very international roster here for Tallulah Falls.
We'll go out of play there, and it'll be a Tallulah Falls throw-in. That was number 19, Petar Gromiko there going down for the Indians. It will be Tyson Hall set to throw it in now. Actually, I believe it'll be a free kick here from right here in front of us to the left.
Yep. Indirect free kick
Be interesting to see if he goes for goal here or if he crosses it in.
They're crowding the far post as Tallulah Falls with a header just over. This should be a goal kick for the Knights.
Tried saving it at the very end there, but came up empty, and now it is a goal kick for Calvary. So it will be Caden Bowie with the ball for the first time here this afternoon. Let's see if he takes the goal kick here. And he will pass it off to a teammate, and it will be David Ellison now to take it. Give it back to Bowie.
Trying to get the ball back in play. I'll let you know what formation it looks like Calvary is running in just a few moments once the field of play settles in. But Calvary with it. Tallulah Falls, though, with a quick tackle.
Tallulah Falls does come away with it now. A little bit of a miss hit there in the midfield. Player does go down, and it will be a free kick.
More direct this time, so might see a shot at goal or a high cross to players of size for Tallulah Falls. We actually see one coming in now, heading from the defense. Can't see the number quite yet for Tallulah. That is number 15 or 16. I can't quite tell from the back of the jersey yet.
It was Tylen Davidson on the foul for Calvary.
Number 15 just came in from the defense.
It'll be Tyson Hall here on the free kick for the Indians. Hall, the junior, wearing the captain's armband, crosses this one into the box.
They did exactly what they were setting up for. They brought in number 15 for Tallulah Falls there, and they were trying to get that header over to him. That is number 15. This is the full name: Francisco Moreira Cardosa Mori Vieira, the junior.
Apologies if we are
completely mispronouncing some
of these names. So we apologize in advance. Tallulah Falls got two heads on the ball there, but that one went to the right of the goal. No problem for Bowie, and he will boot this one away, flipping the field position here.
Calvary is playing a front three at the moment, three strikers. Probably playing a 4-3-3 formation. And again, if you're new to soccer and you're watching the sport for the first time, just want to let you know what that is in just a second, as Calvary has an attacking chance.
Davidson's through here, looking for a cross into the box, goes for goal, and this one's just to the left.
So really quickly, I'll go into that once again. If this is your first time watching the sport, 4-3-3, basically that's read from the goalkeeper, who is not. There's 11 players on the field, but formation is added up to 10, so we don't count the goalkeeper. So that means they're playing 4 defenders. They're playing 3 in the midfield and 3 attackers, which I would say they're doing that formation are the Calvary Knights. I'll let you know what Tallulah Falls is playing in just a second as we're setting up for the goal kick here. Taking it short and quick.
Tallulah Falls now with possession. Yeah, one of the keys for Calvary, we saw it just there a minute ago. Tylen Davidson on that far side of the field in attack. Very few players on this field faster than number 8 in green here this afternoon. And he will be a handful for this Tallulah Falls back line. Calvary here with possession.
Calvary is definitely playing a 4 at the back right now. Playing those two. I was playing a left wing back and a right wing back.
Cross comes in from Davidson, and it's deflected off Tallulah player, and it'll be a corner for the Knights. Should be the first one of the game for either team.
I never knew that they had a net behind goal, but I just saw the ball get stuck. I was like, because that's a big hill behind the baseball field.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see it. I didn't see it either. So it'll be number 11, Camden Mount, headed out there to that far corner for Calvary.
Tallulah Falls playing 9 in right now. Just one lone attacker as the cross comes in.
Cross does come into the box, and it fell for a Calvary player. Nobody could get a boot on it, though. And it will go out for a goal kick for Tallulah Falls. There were 2 Calvary Knights there, kind of unmarked in the middle of the box, one of which I believe, see if we can get a number here. I believe one of them was Aaron Diaz, the other one Ty Orr. Calvary still with possession here, though. And we'll go out of play here, and it will be a throw-in for the Knights.
Tallulah Falls looks like they're playing a strong 4 at the back, and they're bringing their 3 midfielders into defense when Calvary has it in the final third, the attacking third for the Knights.
Throw-in goes to Coleman. Taken away by the Indians, though. Calvary looking to win it back, however. However, it is the Indians on that far side of the field. Giving chase there was Hernando. It's Davidson on that far side. We'll go out, be a quick throw in for the Knights here. 8 minutes now passed here in the first half of action. Davidson gets past the defender. He does go down right around the edge of the box. And it'll be a free kick, another dangerous part of the field. I believe this is the first free kick of the game for Calvary.
and in a dangerous position too. Real quick, while we're in a little bit of a dead ball moment, real quick on the times of the rules for tonight. 2 40-minute halves, running clock will only stop pretty much on goals or referee discretion. If we do need to go to extra time, there will be 2 10-minute penalties, but there is silver goal, which we'll explain in just a moment, as Calvary take their free kick.
Cannot quite see the number of who is on it. I believe.
Looks like it's number 4, but it could be number 4 or number 6. Can't quite tell.
I believe it's Aaron Diaz. He will go at goal, and collecting it is the goalkeeper, Bettino.
Calvary almost had the deflection, but luckily for Tallulah Falls, their goalkeeper was able to cradle it after that first bounce.
So we mentioned both teams allowing essentially around a goal a game so far this season, a very impressive total on both sides. That one's fired into the stands here right here in front of us. Early on, it's the Calvary Knights getting the opportunities in terms of goal scoring chances. Neither team really able to put one in the back of the net yet through the first 9.5 minutes. But if you're the Calvary Knights, you got to love what you're seeing so far. Tallulah Falls there with possession in the midfield, taken away momentarily. Player does go down, but no whistle.
For Calvary, you might be a little bit frustrated that you haven't gotten clean chances, but you've got to be happy that you've been able to have those chances. Whereas Tallulah Falls, have only had really one true attempt, but nothing has come since.
Real quick, want to say a big thank you to our presenting sponsors here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live: Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital Houston Clinic, and the Mike Costello Law Firm. Also, a big thank you to Masterwall. This is your Masterwall game of the week here at Calvary. Bowie coming out of goal. He does get a boot on that one, getting out of harm's way momentarily. Will be a throw-in, nevertheless, for Tallulah Falls. Also, don't want to forget a big thank you to Carol Purdue at State Farm for sponsoring this first couple of minutes of action here. So we have an injury timeout, it appears, here
at goal.
Around the Calvary goal.
Clock is stopped.
Clock is stopped, and the trainer will come out. So we're going to keep things here momentarily as well. Both teams retreat to their benches to
get some water. It is finally a warm day here in the Chattahoochee Valley. We've had a couple of false fall mornings, but the heat is here, and it is here in force. But Calvary, with a player off the field that appears to be, can't quite tell the number coming off. Number 4 coming off for Calvary.
Yes, that is number 4, Naaman Landano there for Calvary. Good to see him walking, getting up in his own power. Quickly give you a GIAA bracket update while these two teams get ready to get things back underway here. The first game in the top half of the bracket in the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will advance to face the winner of number 1 St. Anne Pacelli and number 8 Fulton Science Academy in the state semifinals. On the bottom half of the bracket, that semifinal matchup is already set. Earlier this week, the Brookstone Cougars with a home win over Stratford Academy. And then just the other night, Mount DeSales Academy defeated Cristo Rey Atlanta on penalty kicks to advance. Tallulah Falls here with a chance. Ball in the box. But nice job there by Calvary to get the one out of harm's way here momentarily.
Great chance there by Tallulah Falls, but even better defense from the Knights. The Knights living up to their name there on their defense.
Gromiko there with the throw-in for the Indians. 10 minutes now passed here in the first half. Trying to work it up to their attackers. They were looking for Turnquest there. This is Coleman now for Calvary. Gets it to Orr. Trying to create something on that far sideline. A little bit of miscommunication there. Or maybe looking for Davidson on the far side.
It's a Calvary throw-in.
That will go to Davidson. It's taken away momentarily. Calvary back line has allowed a potential run maybe once or twice here. They've done an overall solid job so far, but they're being tested here once again. Turnquest there. That one takes a deflection up in the air. Be fought for in the midfield. Tallulah Falls does come away with it, though.
That was close to a handball there from Tallulah Falls, but no intention there, so referees didn't call that. And we will explain, if there are calls made, what the ruling is, as Tallulah Falls with a chance here. But great defense from Calvary.
Sandoval there for Tallulah Falls. Gromiko finally boots it out of play.
Keeps it in bounds on the far end. and they're going to give it a whistle.
Be an offside flag there.
Let's explain offside real quick. That is, if the player receiving the pass is any part of their body is past the last defender or the ball, whichever is furthest down the field, that will be called an offside penalty. Basically, it's just a turnover free kick to the opposing team. In this case, Calvary gets it, and because it's so far back, they're just going to give it to their goalkeeper, who will either boot it to midfield or just pass it to a defender and get play resumed here in just a moment.
Quickly give you some names to know for both of these teams as well, starting with Calvary. We already mentioned him, number 8, Tylen Davidson. We see him switch sides over here with Coleman. Davidson among the team leaders in goals and assists this season. Aaron Diaz, also a name to know. Same for him, among team leaders in goals and assists. And then Camden Mount, also a name who is among the team leaders in assists. This is Whitley. We do hear a whistle, and it will be a throw into Tallulah Falls. There will be a substitution now for the first time as we approach the 27-minute mark in the first half.
Real quick while we're on another ball, we mentioned the crowd coming in, but if we look to our left, a lot of Calvary Knights supporters came out. And we do want to say, if you are watching, you are in the area, if you're near Calvary High School off of Moon Road, come on by. Come watch this fantastic team as they try to book their spot in the Final Four.
Matthew Ramirez here with a throw-in for Calvary, essentially right here in front of us. Takes a deflection off a Knight player. Back to Ramirez. Gets past a defender, and coming out and collecting it is the goalkeeper Bettino. No problem there.
Barely in the 18-yard box, be able to pick it up with his hands like that. So that was almost like a foul ball in baseball for the goalkeeper, but thankfully he was able to pick it up, and no penalty was ensued.
Tallulah Falls there was looking for a substitution. Ryan Kelsick is now in as a striker for the Indians. Nice job there by the Calvary defense, though, deflecting that pass. They're looking for Kelsick again down that far side. He is there on his right foot. Tries to fire a shot, and he does go down. Calvary with a defensive play, though. Still trying to get out of harm's way. Took a deflection off an Indian player. Finally goes out of bounds, and it will be Tallulah throwing.
Great job that was not a penalty. Got all ball there, ball first. If the referee thought that could have been a foul, we could be seeing our first penalty of the night here for the Indians, but instead stays with them on their half and goes the other way. Shot coming in, low shot, and wide left.
I believe that was Vieira on the strike there from distance. Number 15, a defender on Tallulah Falls' back line. It had the attention of Bowie there, but he did not have to go full extension and save it. That one was not on target.
We've seen him come forward several times tonight. Expect to see if they get a free kick or a cross, see him coming in, trying to find his head to try to find the back of the net.
This is Vieira once again. Plays it over here to a teammate on the near side. They work it up here to Sandoval. Gromyko now on the near side. That one takes a deflection off of Ramirez, and it'll be a corner for Tallulah Falls. And if you're the Calvary Knights, this is where you've got to pay exceptional attention.
Here he comes, number 15.
There is a big height advantage for some of these Tallulah Falls players compared to Calvary. And on corners, this could be a potential danger opportunity if you're the Knights in defense. Cannot quite see the number of who will take the corner for Tallulah Falls.
From our position, the corner flag is behind the shed, so we apologize for not being able to let you know of the number.
Cross does come in here. Bowie gets a glove on it. Still alive for Tallulah Falls momentarily.
Heavy first touch, but great footwork brings it back.
Shot comes in from distance, and it will go out of play untouched by Bowie for a goal kick. It was number 7, Ryan Kelsick, who took the corner there for Tallulah Falls. So once again, the Calvary Knights defense holds strong. You know, Tyler, we were talking before the game tonight, and as good as these two teams are defensively, we didn't necessarily expect a lot of goals scored in this game.
No, we did not. We both thought this would be a low-scoring matchup. We're seeing why both teams, even though that the goals allowed from both teams is equal, the goals scored has been totally opposite what we've seen. Calvary might have been in a harder division in the regular season, but now that we're in the playoffs, these two teams are matching each other. They are very equally matched. It's free kick for Tallulah Falls, if they take it quickly here, they might catch Calvary off guard. It is a throw-in. I thought it was going to be set up for a free kick, but it is a throw-in for the Indians.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily mean that neither of these teams can put the ball in the back of the net. They're certainly very good
They certainly can.
certainly good at putting goals on the scoreboard, but just these are two very, very good defensive teams, and we've already seen it so far here this afternoon. Ramirez with a touch there for Calvary. It'll be a throw-in for Tallulah Falls. Let's see if they'll go quick here.
Real quick on the goals, I believe it's a combined 130-something goals scored between both sides to a combined 31. So that just shows they score a lot more than they let goals in.
Gromiko with the throw-in to Borchers. They work it around the field to the far side over there to Kelsick.
We're seeing the intensity pick up here from Tallulah Falls. They want a goal. So let's see if they can get it here.
This is Chapman in the near corner. Ramirez in there in defense. Comes in toward the edge of the box, takes a touch off of an Indian player. It's still alive. This is Sandoval. Fires a shot from distance, and it's no problem for Caden Bowie.
That was a screamer right there from Tallulah Falls. You could see the finesse in that shot. Going back to that tackle we saw earlier, I've been catching up with my Olympic sports. I've been watching a lot of rugby. That was a rugby shove right there from Tallulah Falls. Right now, seeing it low, but with an hour left to go, we'll see that intensity pick up as the game progresses.
Calvary looking to make a run here. This is Diaz. Gets past one defender. Coleman keeps it alive. It's taken away by Tallulah Falls, though. Looking for Kelsick, and he is through behind the back line, but Bowie is there for the Knights.
No flag either from the referee, so if he would have connected, that may have been the back of the net for Tallulah.
So still scoreless here as we approach the midway point of the first half. Diaz in the midfield for Calvary. Looking for Coleman. Nice ball down the right side. He will get there. Takes a deflection off a Tallulah player, and it will be a corner for the Calvary Knights. And it will be number 10, Logan Whitley, jogging down there to the corner to take this, I believe. Calvary send at least 5 players to the opposite side of the box.
Looking for a far post cross here.
They have a 6th just on the outside. Whitley will be taking this one off his right foot down there in the corner. They will keep it low. Shot comes in, and it's just to the left of the goal.
Still with them, though. Still with the Knights.
That one's deflected as well.
Throw in.
Be another throw in there.
That was close off of that low cross. I saw some Knights running to the near post, but instead they decided to let it go through with a shot. Almost got deflection there. I believe there was another Calvary Knight at the far post.
This is Davidson. Cross comes in, but it is just a little bit to the left, and it'll be out for a goal kick. So another good look there on a corner from Calvary. I believe it was Jacob DeRuin who got on the receiving end of that one. So we now pass the midway point of the first half.
An hour left to play. There's going to be an hour of exciting football here.
Goal kick fought for by Calvary here in the midfield. Tallulah does come away with it momentarily. Takes a deflection off a Calvary Knight, though. Ty Orr there in defense. It will go out of play. And it'll be a throw-in the corner for Tallulah Falls.
Throw in on the right side for Calvary. For Tallulah, you want to see a goal kick because you easier chance to get further down the field.
Gromiko to throw it in. That one's hit out of play, and it will land in the stands right here in front of us. It'll be a Calvary throw-in now.
With how many out-of-bounds balls we're seeing, I think I need to be getting ready in front of the camera to knock one away. Hopefully that won't happen, though. Hopefully we're able to see the action on the pitch here. As
shot fired in way from distance, and it was way wide to the right.
Yes.
I believe that was Aaron Diaz. They're in the midfield. Came directly off of a throw-in. So Tallulah Falls now with a goal kick, and they will get it to around midfield. Looking to make a run here on the near side. Getting there is Avery Chapman. Chapman fires a cross in, flipping the field position, but it will go out of play, it looks like. Yes, it will. It'll be a Calvary throw-in now.
Seeing Tallulah use their speed here. We've seen several through balls that have been trying to get past Calvary's defense. So Tallulah betting on their speed right now. Calvary betting on their 4 back defenders to stop whatever attacks Tallulah comes up with.
And that back line of defense has been certainly impressive for Calvary here early on. This is Diaz for the Knights. Get past 2 defenders. Played up to Coleman here on the near side. He will look for Davidson. Davidson is there, fires a shot in, and it's right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Bettino.
What a play from Calvary. Several passes, bringing it forward. Several great first touches. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Tallulah Falls goalkeeper there saving the first, what would have been a fantastic first goal if it found the back of the net there for Calvary. But Calvary using that momentum, coming up again.
Looking for Davidson once more. Number 8 trying to get there on that far side, but it will go out for a Tallulah throw-in. Yeah, Diaz to Coleman to Davidson. I know it didn't go in the back of the net, but that was a really nice-looking transition there for the Knights as we have a whistle here. Looks like it'll be a free kick somewhere.
Not sure exactly what for.
So Tallulah Falls will have a free kick here from right inside, or right in front of their own box, excuse me.
PA just sounds potential offside is why that was called. We couldn't see that. The flag man 2 on the near sideline is currently out of our view right now, so we apologize. We missed a call from him. But that might have been an offside call against Calvary.
Turned over here in the midfield. But Tallulah Falls takes it right back with Sandoval, and they've got a player through. One-on-one with Bowie. Shot fired in, and it's a goal for Tallulah Falls.
What a through ball. Again, they used that speed, and using that speed, they found the back of the net. The team from the border of Georgia and South Carolina comes their way to that Chattahoochee Valley and finds their first. That was just a clinical one-on-one there. Not a lot that Calvary could do. If you can see the middle of the pitch there, the ball bounced a little bit off of that sand mix coming in to the goal. And just like that, it's Calvary 0, Tallulah Falls 1.
A goal scored by Tallulah Falls senior Vershawn Tunquist, wearing number 11 for the Indians here this afternoon. 1-0 lead now for Tallulah Falls. 16:25 and counting left here in the first half as we get things back underway.
And Turnquist, the Tallulah Fall player from the Nassau, Bahamas.
That one takes a deflection off of Ty Orr, and it will be a throw-in for the Indians.
So what will we see from Tallulah Falls? Will we see them keep that up, or will we see them go into more of a defensive stance? Because Calvary has had the chances, just hasn't been able to find the back of the net. Will Tallulah Falls allow themselves out of possession just so they can soak up the pressure from Calvary? But right now, it's all Tallulah Falls, and they're coming back in to see if they can get another goal.
Sandoval, they get it in here. This is Hernando. They were looking for Kelsick on that far side. Takes a bounce there. Calvary looking to kind of flip the field position here. They work it back over here on the near side. 1-2 game. They get it back to Chapman. Fires a shot in from distance, and it's to the left of the goal. So the ruling is here.
Probably going to be a goal kick because I believe it came off of Tallulah Falls last. But what a shot. We're seeing the placement may not be super strong yet from Tallulah Falls on their shots that they have missed, but we're definitely seeing the quality in their shot shapes coming in more by more against this Calvary Knights team.
Bowie was fully extended. Did not get any fingertips on it, though, so it was a little bit off target, but as we mentioned, a heck of a strike there from Chapman. Be a goal kick now for Calvary, under 15 minutes left in the first half. Calvary goalkeeper will get this to around midfield. No whistle, or now there is a whistle from the official, and there will be a clock stoppage, and it looks like we'll have a yellow card here. A red card.
Straight red.
Be a red card here for the Calvary Knights. Number 10, Logan Whitley, picking up the red card.
That is a surprising call from the referee. Missed what happened there, but that's straight red. As we see the referee having a discussion. Now, I don't believe in the GIAA that means, of course, international, national. league soccer, that would mean that Calvary goes down to 10. I don't believe that's necessarily true in GIAA. I believe they could just sub somebody in. We'll get a count in just a moment. But straight red for...
There is 10 men on the field right now for Calvary, so...
That could be.
So play back underway here. Looks like Calvary for the moment is a man down.
They are a man down. I don't think they're going to be able to allow a sub back in. So Calvary down to 10 men.
Camden Mount now looking for Davidson. Deflected by a Tallulah Falls player.
So I think like a lot of people in the stadium, we were kind of shocked that it went straight red. So normally in a card case like that, you would see yellow, but the referee found it egregious enough to where he's straight red. He's out of there. And if Calvary were to move on to the next round, I believe that might even be a suspension for that player in the next round.
Deflected there in the far corner. And it will be a free kick to Tallulah Falls. Got to imagine a cross is coming here of some sort.
Expect number 15 from Tallulah Falls to come in.
It'll be Tyson Hall on it for the Indians. Two-man wall set up for Calvary, right at the edge of the box. Bowie on the near post. Cross does come in, goes at goal, and it's a nice clearance by Bowie. Still alive for Tallulah Falls, but the Calvary goalkeeper will collect it.
So let's see how Calvary goes with these 10 men, because they are at 10. See what part of the field they decide to defend. You would expect them to bring effectively a fifth defender in the back line.
Nice job by Davidson there, kind of kicking it off the Tallulah player. Be a throw-in now for the Knights. Under 13 minutes left here in the first half. Throw-in goes to Orr. Do have a whistle here, and it'll be ruled a handball. Free kick to Calvary.
So handball, let's explain that. That is when the ball hits the hand, obviously, or any part of the forearm, basically any part of the arm, and it looks intentional. Sometimes you might see the ball, the players move their hands behind their back or visibly remove their hands from a handball situation. But
so free kick now for the Knights. Ty Orr is on it for Calvary. Got to imagine he's going to goal here. Orr goes at goal, takes a deflection off a Tallulah player. Orr giving chase. Takes another deflection. The Indians come away with it, though, for momentarily. Still alive for Tallulah Falls. They're looking, and they do have a player on that far side. One-on-one with Bowie. Nice job there by Bowie momentarily. Here. Shot pass back to a Tallulah player, and it's over the crossbar.
That is the danger of 10 men. That is the danger of being a man down. Holes open up in your defense that weren't there before. And we're seeing talk between the goalkeeper and the referee.
It's a heck of a play there by Caden Bowie, one-on-one with Ryan Kelsick on that far side. I believe it was Simon Ganzarain Hernando there that fired the shot over the crossbar. So we have a clock stoppage here.
As referee is going to talk to number 14. Actually, he's going to talk to the coach. Coach is over there.
So 1-0 lead here for Tallulah Falls.
As it looks like a member of Calvary's bench that isn't in uniform has been tossed out. He is going away.
So when we get back underway momentarily, it will be a goal kick for Calvary. 11:14 left on the clock.
Calvary needs to be careful here to not let all these emotions out as aggressively. They need to be careful. Bring that emotion out on the pitch, but be sure that you're doing it in a way that doesn't bring a detriment to your team. Red card, and also a player getting thrown off the bench. Again, he may have been a Calvary player who just wasn't dressed, maybe a manager, we're not sure. But definitely someone from Calvary's bench has just been told to leave the field. So Calvary just needs to bring their composure back, take all this anger that they're feeling in the match, put it on the pitch, and grab their first goal, and let's see them do it a man down.
Hernando on that far side for Tallulah Falls. He works it up to Turnquest, the goal scorer for the Indians. Gets past one defender. One-on-one with Orr. He's on his left foot. Fires across into the box. Nobody on the receiving end, though. It was Ramirez who cleared it for the Knights momentarily. Still alive for Tallulah Falls. They get it here to Gromyko on the near side. Gets past Ramirez. Fires across in, and it's deflected right over the crossbar.
Another opportunity for Tallulah Falls to make it 2-0. Right now I'm seeing the gap here on this near sideline. Tallulah Falls has been able to find basically right where the number 6 player is, number 14, directly in front of us here. That's the gap that Calvary is leaving right now, and Tallulah is exploiting it.
So Caden Bowie here with a goal kick. Now under 10 minutes left in the first half. A 1-0 lead for the Indians. This is Tallulah Falls with possession on the far side. See what the ruling is here. To be a throw-in for Calvary.
Taking it quick.
Tallulah Falls with about 4 to 5 players back at all times, it looks like.
They have the manpower to at the moment, being 11 on 10. Here they come once again.
This one's played up. It's Turnquest again. He's on his right foot. Shot takes a deflection. It will get back to Kelsick. Plays it in that far corner. Kelsick trying to get a cross in. It will go out of play, and it will be a goal kick for Calvary. So nice job there defensively from the Knights on that far side. Be a goal kick here. 9 minutes left following a substitution for Tallulah Falls. Checking out will be number 14, Avery Chapman, here on the near side. We will have the number and the name of the player here momentarily for who is coming in for the Indians. Looks like it is number 5, Kai Thompson. So the freshman who started for Tallulah Falls is now back in. Indians still with possession here, looking for Thompson. Diaz now for Calvary, trying to get it up here to Coleman. He does get a touch on it. Still alive for Calvary. Player goes down, and it will be a free kick to Tallulah Falls.
Still down. He's making sure he's not embellishing because I don't believe he's hurt.
That was the junior Verriera. We mentioned him a number of times here already, number 15.
No card shown either, so, but might be in the back of the referee's mind if that player does something of similar fashion in the next few minutes.
Free kick goes in toward the box. Ramirez is there. It falls to a Tallulah Falls player. They get it over here to Thompson. He'll fire a cross in, it looks like.
Offside.
The offside flag is up for Tallulah Falls, so it would be a free kick to Calvary. Clock stoppage here, and it looks like we might have had a yellow card there. Believe it was a yellow card on Tallulah Falls, number 2, Simon Ganzarain Hernando. So that's the first yellow card of the game for the Indians. It comes with 7:23 left in the first half. Hernando will have to take a seat here momentarily. Got to imagine he will be out for the rest of the first half. Coming in for Hernando was number 12, JT Head.
So just quick note on the card colors. Red, as we saw earlier, you're fully out of the match and you're down a man. Yellow card is basically just a warning. If you do something of equal or higher measure of a foul, you'll be shown a second yellow, then you'll be shown the red, and then you'll be shown the bench because that's where you'll be for the rest of the match.
Mount looking for Davidson. He will get there down in that far corner. Switches over to his right, fires across into the box. Coleman was there, but is deflected just to the right of the post.
Having clock troubles, but our
So there will be a little bit of 6 minutes left.
while we're on time, I don't believe we mentioned this earlier, but once the clock does hit 40 minutes, unlike in other in American sports where the buzzer is the end of the half, that is up to the referee's discretion just a little bit. So the clock might hit 40 minutes, but the half may not be necessarily over.
Tallulah Falls here with possession right here in front of us. This is Gromiko. Plays it up to Turnquest. 2 players there. Nice save by Bowie momentarily, but it's in the back of the net. Goal for Ryan Kelsick. Makes it 2-0 Tallulah Falls.
And that's the advantage, 11 versus 10. Finds the back of the net. Calvary down 2-0. We're about to see what the Calvary Knights are made of here in the last 45 minutes of the match. They're down a man, but we just saw goal chances from them. 2-0 to Tallulah Falls.
Yeah, the Calvary Knights have been good at creating those goal chances and putting them pretty close to the back of the net when they have had them so far this afternoon. But down 2-0 here late in the first half, you're gonna need to start putting the ball in the back of the net at some point, knowing your season is on the line. Coleman working it up here to Davidson. This is where Calvary's created a majority of their chances so far. Fighting for it on that far side. Davidson does go down. It will be a free kick to the Knights. So it will be a free kick for Calvary. Got to imagine another cross is coming in here. Cross does come in toward the box, looking for Coleman. Gets a foot on it. Davidson is there as well. Still alive for Calvary on that far side. They will get it there once again. Player does go down, and Tallulah Falls finally clears it. There'll be a throw-in for Calvary there on the far side. About 4 to 5 minutes left here in the first half.
We are at the 5-minute mark.
Calvary crossed into the box. Davidson was there, but a nice clearance by Tallulah Falls. Ramirez now for the Knights. This one goes into the box as well, and collecting it is the goalkeeper, Bettino.
What have you seen from this match so far between Calvary and Tallulah Falls? Well, I've seen Tallulah Falls, I think the way that they've been scoring the goals, again, we haven't seen a match of theirs until today, but they are finding the space. They do have a one-man advantage, but they have found the space. Calvary has still been playing 4 like they have been playing all match. But Tallulah Falls using their pace, using their through balls, and they have found the space, and that's what led to the last 2 goals. So, what have you seen?
And just one thing I'll say just before the end of the half here, I know the score is 2-0 Tallulah Falls, but we've seen Calvary create chances to get those goals so far here this afternoon. They just got to turn those into eventual goals and not just missing wide of the net. So, final minutes of the half here.
We are within 3 minutes.
Be a substitution now for Tallulah Falls. And it will be one of the goal scorers, Vershawn Turnquest, checking out for the Indians. And we'll bring a player back in. Cannot quite tell the number on that far side of the field. 2 players fighting for it in the midfield. There is a whistle, and it will be ruled a free kick to Calvary. So there's a foul called on Fabricio Turner Sandoval.
No card shown, importantly, for the Indians there.
Aaron Diaz now on the free kick. This is where Calvary has created their chances so far. They did send Camden Mount momentarily toward the corner, but he has joined his teammates in the box. Cross comes in from Diaz. They do get a head on it, and it is wide to the right. See what a potential ruling. It does not look like they called anything. Thought it might have been a potential penalty called there in the box. Davidson did go down via a push, but it does not look like it was called by the official on the field. So still 2-0 Tallulah Falls here in the final minutes of the first half. Be a goal kick for the Indians.
Curious to know if we're going to still hear the horn, because the scoreboard inside right now is still working. That's how we know around how much time is left. The referees also have watches on as well, keeping time, so they know what it is on the field. We're within 10 plus or minus 10 seconds of game time on the clock you see on screen. So
nice job there by David Ellison in the back line for Calvary. This is Gromiko now for Tallulah Falls. Plays it back to a teammate. This is Chapman. Back to Gromiko. Looking for a teammate in the midfield. Nobody there, though, and Calvary looked to make a potential run momentarily, but it took a deflection. Orr now in the midfield, taken away once again. They work it up. One-on-one there, potential shot opportunity for Tallulah. They work it out there to Tyson Hall.
Sorry, Matt. Less fancy footwork there. That may have been a shot at goal. Just want to put that there.
Ball still alive for Tallulah Falls. Diaz has it for Calvary momentarily. Tallulah takes it right back, though. Ball finds its way back to Hall. And Calvary finally clears it out of harm's way. One took a deflection there from Tallulah Falls. It'll be a Calvary throw-in right in front of the Indian bench. So we are in the final minutes of the first half.
We're at minute 15 here on the game clock.
So Camden Mount to throw it in. He will give way to a teammate on that far side. Throw-in does go to Mount. Ty Orr now plays it up to a teammate. Takes a deflection, though. Tallulah Falls has it momentarily. Indians looking to make a run. Nice deflection there by Ellison. Ramirez getting back as well. Another nice job there from the Calvary back line of defense. See what the ruling is here. Cannot quite see down in the far corner. Still alive.
Tallulah Falls with it in possession. With it on the sideline. Deflection. This might be ruled a corner here for Tallulah Falls.
Looks like it will be a corner for the Indians right before the half.
Most likely the result of this play will end in the whistle from the referee because we are at the 40-minute mark.
So it'll be Ryan Kelsick going out there to the corner to take it for the Indians. Tallulah Falls with 5 players in the box. Calvary with 6 to 7 defenders, 1 on each post, along with the goalkeeper Bowie. Cross comes into the box. Bowie gets a mid on it, and that will do it for the first half of action. Tallulah Falls with a 2-0 lead here following 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break. Be right back here in a minute for the second half on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile!
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live. What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here with Masterwall CEO C. Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, C, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley, and me with my history of being a coach and all. Love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different high schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now an award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, you know, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. Loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an example and point them in the right direction, and kind of do the same thing with business. So, you know, you got to build it with a lot of good people around you, the right support group, and once again, I call it a ministry because that's the way I see it.
You can get this award-winning book right now on Amazon, and it's going to tell the whole story of C. Smithwick from being an award-winning coach and a Hall of Famer and having the court named after him and then building this incredible business. I can't wait to dive into it, Coach.
Good. Hope you enjoy it. It's about never giving up. So that's what a coach needs to know. It's what an entrepreneur needs to know.
The name of it is Believer, Bulldog Coach, right now on Amazon. And thank you again to C. Smithwick and Maxwell for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Thanks for having me.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're going to make you feel at home. They're going to take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month.
New Black Card Spa amenities, even stronger value. Deal ends May 15th.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at mycostelolawfirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Welcome back, folks, here to Calvary Christian, GIAA Class 4A quarterfinal action. The Calvary Christian Knights playing host to the Tallulah Falls Indians. A 2-0 lead for the visiting team here as we begin the final 40 minutes of action. If you missed it earlier, the Indians striking first on a goal from Vershawn Tunquest, one-on-one with goalkeeper Caden Bowie. And then the Indians adding a second late in that first half from Ryan Kelsick. 2-0 lead here as we begin the final 40 minutes.
You mentioned the goals. Got to also mention Calvary with the red, and also I believe both teams have a player on the yellow.
Bowie comes out to collect that one there. Yes, Calvary will be playing with 10 men for the remainder of this game. That does not necessarily mean that Calvary cannot create goal-scoring chances, though, as we saw late in that first half. So we have a whistle there, and it will be a free kick to the Calvary Knights. Just a reminder, Calvary in the green jerseys, black shorts, black socks. Tallulah Falls in the white jerseys, black shorts, white socks. Back line of defense there for the Knights, holding strong here early in the second half. Tyson Hall now in the midfield for the Indians. Tallulah Falls still with possession on that far sideline. They work it back here. Sebastian York right here in front of us. That one's deflected. Nice takeaway there from Calvary. This is Diaz looking for Davidson. A little bit too far in front of the Calvary speedster, though.
Got to say, great crowds here tonight for both sides. Tallulah Falls traveled well, but we got to shout out the home Calvary Knights. They brought their fans here tonight, full bleachers here for this Elite Eight matchup here at Calvary.
Tallulah Falls with possession on that far side of the field. This is Sandoval. Takes a deflection. Calvary with possession. Ty Orr looking for Davidson. Deflected, however, by a Tallulah Falls defender. Does not get very far, though. Calvary with a kick back in the other direction. Tallulah Falls will finally kick it upfield, though. They've got a man running. Through on goal is Turnquest. Bowie coming out. Nice job there by the back line of defense. DeRuin has it now. Still going with it. Still alive for DeRuin. Finally plays it off there to Coleman. And it'll be a throw in for Calvary. So a nice job there by the back line of defense for the Knights. I believe Jacob Ellison was also there. This is Coleman now. Davidson one-on-one. He will get past the defender. Switches over to his left foot. Back to his right. And this one will, however, go out of play for a goal kick. Matt Melton will here with you at Calvary, joined by producer and color commentator Tyler Dykes. Your Master Wall game of the week at Calvary. Master Wall, the sponsor of all Calvary night broadcasts here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Also a big shout out to our presenting sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital Houston Clinic, and the Mike Costello Law Firm. Substitution there for the Indians. It was Turnquest coming out, and the other goal scorer, Ryan Kelsick, is now in. Nice job here by Ty Orr in front of us. Passes it across the field over there to Coleman. Gets past one defender. Cross comes in toward the box. Still alive. It will be cleared momentarily. See if it goes out of play. Davidson giving chase. And they will roll a corner.
I'm surprised that they just didn't let, that Tallulah Falls just didn't let that go to the goalkeeper. I don't think the goalkeeper called it. You saw him with his hands to his chest and his hands up. Probably realized that he should have called it, but it now gives Calvary, they take it short.
Davidson now with it. Trying to fire across, so this was deflected as well, and however, it would be ruled a goal kick. So they will say it went off of Davidson last. Kind of surprised there by the decision from Calvary to go quick. Most of those chances in the first half came off of those crosses from corners.
I think with 10 men, though, if it goes Tallulah Falls' way, you don't have as many players to bring into your defense. So they decided to play it short to try to just create an opportunity with what they have presented there. Calvary still playing with 4 at the back. They have been playing their 2 left and right backs as more wing back positions. They have been coming forward in the attack. That has created more chances, maybe not necessarily quality of chances, but the number is definitely there for the Knights.
This is Josiah Jackson now with a throw in for Calvary. Takes a deflection. Ellison giving chase, plays it back to Bowie, and he will kick that out of harm's way momentarily. Falls to a Tallulah player. Still alive for the Indians.
Who are playing it back right now. Trying to get in my head that they have flipped, so Tallulah's going left to right. In my head this whole first half, I'm thinking they're going right to left, but nope, they're going left to right.
So the Indians still with possession right in front of their own bench. Get past the defender. They try to play it up. Nice job there by DeRuin. Still alive for Tallulah Falls on that far side. Player making a run. Bowie coming out of goal, and he will slide and collect it. So nice recognition there by Caden Bowie, Calvary goalkeeper. He will flip the field position there. Davidson gets a head on it. Not much you can do, though, when you'll have 2 players up against this back 4 of Tallulah Falls. That's where the red card, as we mentioned earlier, hurts.
We're seeing where that player's position was on this half. You see a huge, basically a 20-yard radius circle there as whistle. I want to give a free kick to the Knights. But if we look on this far end, where number 6 is playing right at the center circle, you see a 20-yard gap pretty much where there is no Calvary Knight for the most part. That is where they have been faltering a little bit with themselves being down to 10 men. As beautiful header there from Tallulah Falls.
So the Indians with possession here on this left side of the field. Try to get it to a teammate on that far side. Last touch by Calvary, so it will be a Tallulah throw-in. Yeah, I know we mentioned it earlier at the start of the second half, but great turnout here at Calvary here tonight. It's an outstanding crowd for this GIAA 4A quarterfinal matchup. Player does go down there for Tallulah Falls. No whistle, though. Still alive for Calvary. Tallulah Falls now looking to make a run. We do have a whistle, and it will be a stoppage here for an injury on that far side of the field. Do not believe the referee has said to stop the clock. It looks like they will stop the clock.
Just real quick, for Calvary, number 13, he's on the roster, Luke Scoggins coming in for Calvary.
Onto the field for the Knights, number 13, Luke Scoggins.
Gets a big cheer from the home faithful here tonight. So we are 33:04 left to go here in the first half. And Tallulah Falls player still being tended to on the far end.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure the number of who is down over there for the Indians, but it's essentially right on the sideline, right in front of their bench. So you see him get up to his feet there.
Number 19 for Tallulah Falls?
Believe that is Petar Gromiko there. Played on the sideline into midfield for a majority of this game. So he will take a seat for a minute. Did not quite see who came in for Tallulah Falls either.
Might see just a drop kick here from Tallulah Falls to resume play.
And we will. So Tallulah Falls will go quick. Looking for a player here on the near side of the box. It is Kelsick. Plays it back to a teammate. This is Thompson now. Back to Kelsick. Gets past one defender. There's a second there. It takes a deflection. See what the ruling is here. And it will be a corner for Tallulah Falls.
Something we've seen Tallulah Falls do a lot that I think has been hurting them, actually, is fancy footwork in the box. They're not creating clean chances for themselves. They're trying to get fancily by the Calvary Knights defense, and that's been working in Calvary's favor when those opportunities have arisen. Here comes the corner.
Hernando, he will go short with it. Back to Hernando. Now he fires a cross in. Bowie is there, though.
Beautiful catch there from Bowie.
So
playing it forward. Excuse me, Matt.
One of the pluses of having a tall goalkeeper right there, as tall as we mentioned some of these attackers are for Tallulah Falls. Bowie's just as bit as tall in goal for the Knights. Still 2-0 Tallulah Falls here. They get it upfield to Davidson. Nothing there, though, for Calvary. Ball play back to Bowie.
Something I'm kind of surprised to see from Calvary. They're not really playing the width of the midfield. You could be playing a 4-3-2 almost formation right now with your 9 outfielders. But again, I'm just seeing this huge gap they're leaving on the near side on both ends of it, really. So we'll see if they can make that adjustment. I'm just surprised. I haven't seen them go to a wide 3-man formation in the midfield.
So throw in for the Knights. Still alive here for Diaz in the midfield. We do have a whistle, and it will be a free kick to Calvary. So the Knights starting to get some momentum here in recent minutes. It will be Ty Orr on the free kick for the Knights, just inside of midfield. Calvary sending 5 players down around the edge of the box. Cross comes in from Orr, and it goes at goal, but it's collected by the goalkeeper, Bettino. So it remains 2-0 Tallulah Falls here, as we are 30.5 minutes left to play here at Calvary.
We got to say, too, that just in general on the day, this is a big day for the Calvary Knights. Of course, you saw on Georgia Alabama Sports Live this weekend, the Brookstone Cougars and the Calvary Knights faced off in a best-of-3 baseball matchup in the Elite Eight. Of course, Calvary unfortunately lost that 2-1 on the game, so we're here for the second game. They played Game 3 earlier today over at Brookstone, and now we're back here for this match. They're down by 2, down by a man, but again, this is the game of football. Anything can happen in the last half hour.
Yeah, we mentioned that Calvary-Brookstone series, just an outstanding 3-game set between the two teams. Outstanding season for the Calvary Knights as well. 29:40 left and counting here in the second half. Knights need 2 goals. Be a throw-in for Tallulah Falls around their own bench, and they will go quick. This is Sandoval now in the midfield.
Just acres of space over here right now for Calvary. Looks like they're just playing whatever side the ball is on, so we're going to see the opposite midfield position just be wide open.
This is Kelsick on the edge of the box, going one-on-one with Ellison. Bowie coming in out of goal, and he will get there.
As we said, Tallulah Falls traveled well, and their fans are making it known that they are here, but Calvary brought the numbers as well. It's great again, great to see. I know we've been saying it several times tonight, but great to see this crowd here for a game of soccer. Who would have thought that here in the Chattahoochee Valley, in football country, the world's football will be making this type of stand here.
Kelsick plays it off to a teammate. This is Hall. On that far side for Tallulah Falls, they go at goal. And did it go through the uprights? I'm not sure.
From my screen, it looked like it did, but it may not have. Who knows?
I think it was a little bit low, too low for the uprights. But nevertheless, it is a goal kick for Calvary.
We could do it another random sport that I like, that I follow sometimes, Aussie rules football. We could just have the field goal post. If you have them on the field, you get 1 point. You get 1 goal you get half a goal for doing that.
Substitution: Connor Coleman back in for Calvary, and this is Coleman on that far side. However, it will be a Tallulah Falls throw.
Referee gave that a little bit early there, so I don't think he expected any side to come back, but it is Tallulah Falls possession once again.
This is Thompson now for Tallulah Falls. Takes a deflection off of Ellison. Ty Orr now in the midfield. One-on-one with a defender. Orr still going. Still alive down the left side. There is a collision. No whistle, though. However, it is ruled in favor of Tallulah Falls.
Might be a throw-in because I believe it went out of play, so they're going to give a throw-in. I don't believe this is a free kick. Again, behind the shed on the premises here at Calvary, so we couldn't see, but yes, it is a throw-in to Tallulah.
So Hernando there momentarily. Dangerous pass there. Davidson nearly had it. And if he got a boot on it, it was one-on-one at goal. This one deflected. Still alive for Tallulah Falls. This is Kelsick on that far sideline. Nice one-on-one or 1-2 right there with a teammate. Tries to fire a cross in, and there is a player there for Tallulah Falls, and it's a 3rd goal for the Indians.
26 minutes left, but that is most likely it. I don't know if their referee's writing something. Did he show a card, or is he just marking the score? We'll see if there may have been a call there, but beautiful cross found the back of the net for Tallulah Falls. It is now 3-0 here in Columbus, Georgia.
I believe the goal scorer for the Indians was number 5, Kai Thompson. My apologies if that was incorrect. But I believe it was Kai Thompson getting the goal for the Indians. Now 3-0 Tallulah Falls.
And it just confirmed no yellow card. That was just the referee writing the result of the play in his notebook.
Ball deflected there. Hernando comes away with it for the Indians. Looking for a teammate on that far side. Diaz giving chase, and he will get there for Calvary. However, it's turned back over to Tallulah Falls. They flip the field position here. This is York. However, taken away there by Diaz. Right back to Tallulah Falls player, though. Gets past one player. Making a run down there in the middle, but Bowie comes out of goal and collects it. Bowie now with a nice goal kick. Ball still batted around in the midfield. Eventually coming away with it is Sandoval. He'll play it up to Kelsick. Passes it off to a teammate. This is Hernando. Fires a shot off his left foot, but it's no problem for Caden Bowie.
Quick pass here.
Calvary going quick here. This is Diaz. Gets it up to Davidson. He does have a run going, and he will get there. Davidson does go down, and it will be a free kick, and it looks like it will be a yellow card as well.
Calvary will be saying about time for Tallulah Falls to get a yellow. That is their big defender, number 15 for Tallulah Falls.
So that is Francisco Morier Cardoso Mori Vieira. He will take a seat for a minute for Tallulah Falls.
The Brazilian.
It's kind of been marking Davidson all game. Anywhere Tylen Davidson, speedster for Calvary, has been, number 15 has been there for Tallulah Falls.
Wouldn't be surprising to see him be sat for most of the match. He may come in the last few minutes, but they do have a 3-0 lead, so they need to defend, but they've got 25 minutes on the clock. Anything can happen, of course, in this sport. Once the kick happens, the clock will resume. But it is Calvary, free kick in a dangerous position.
I believe it's Camden Mount for Calvary. Mount is on his right foot. Calvary with about 5 to 6 players in the box. 2-man wall for Tallulah Falls. Mount on the free kick. Does go, lost it in. Ball still batted around. Fans calling for a handball. No sign from the official. Tallulah Falls comes away with it now.
And they're taking it quick. Calvary has a few in the defense. They're going to do a quick throw in here. Use the momentum. Not sure on that handball call. It didn't look like anything obvious, but you definitely want the penalty there if you're Calvary.
Bowie now will get it up to Davidson. Switches over to his right foot. Fires a shot at goal, and it is right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Bettino.
Let's watch the time wasting from Tallulah Falls here in the last 25 minutes. You would expect it to happen just to try to kill any seconds that you see on the clock.
Ball passed back to Bowie. He will get out of harm's way momentarily. This is Hernando now for Tallulah Falls. Back to Kelsick. Kelsick fires a shot in, but Bowie comes to collect. Now Calvary will go quick yet again. This is Mount here in front of us. He does go down, and it will be a free kick to Calvary.
Most importantly for Tallulah Falls, no yellow.
There's a foul called on Kai Thompson, stomping a potential Calvary run. Still a lot of time left here, Tyler. 3-0 lead for Tallulah Falls. If you're Calvary, what do you got to do to get back in this one?
Keep your composure, because you have had a tough game so far, but just keep your composure. I'd start bringing in a couple more of attackers. I think you'd be okay to leave your midfield open because, let's be honest here, Tallulah Falls hasn't been using it that much. They've been using the wings and their speed and their ability to play through crosses up the pitch into their effect. So if I were Calvary, bring one more man on the attack because you're down 3-0. This is a knockout game, so it would hurt to allow a fourth, but let's try for the next few minutes. Bring your attackers forward and see if you can snag a goal. Calvary has had the chances, just has not been able to find the back of the net.
Tallulah Falls with possession here. They're looking for Kelsick on that far side. I believe it's Hernando getting there instead. Ramirez comes away with it for the Knights. Played back to Tyson Hall, though. This is Sandoval, back to Hall. Tries to chip it up toward Kelsick, but Bowie comes out and collects. Calvary will go quick once again. Diaz looking to make a run down the near side here. Nice move from number 6 in green. Plays a cross in.
Beautiful.
Coleman is there. Chips it up. Davidson's on the other side, see if he can save it. He does save it. Still alive for Davidson. And it will be ruled a Calvary throw-in. It's a heck of a cross there from Diaz. Nice job on the other end from Coleman. Ball played in quick to Mount. Nice move there from number 11. Mount will play it up to Orr. Plays it back to Diaz. Nobody on the other end. Tallulah Falls will get there, and the Indians look to run. They try to get it up to Kelsick, but Bowie was playing out. A little bit of a miss hit there. Ramirez bats it up in the air as well. This is Sandoval. Sandoval still on it. Passes it into Kelsick. One-on-one. Bowie coming out. A nice clearance there from Calvary.
Great attempt there by Bowie on the save, on the aggression. No foul, most importantly, because that may have been a penalty, may have even been a card for the goalie. But Calvary with the chances, again, just need to find that back of the net here. Tallulah Falls with the chances as well, as we've been seeing the last few minutes.
This is DeRuin in the midfield. We've definitely seen a shift in strategy for Calvary here recently. That ball poked away from Coleman. See what the ruling is here. It'll be a goal kick. Looks like Calvary's moved to a back three. They've moved Orr up to a striker in the middle. They've also brought DeRuin up on the field as well. We had substitution here for Tallulah Falls. Kelsick will take a seat. I believe it's Vershawn Tunquest back in.
Clock has stopped. I'm not sure if that's another scoreboard glitch. But I don't believe there should have been a clock stoppage. Let me just confirm as Tunquest, I don't know if this will be called offside.
Tunquest is through one-on-one with Bowie. Gets past the goalkeeper, but it will go out of play.
Just a heavy touch there from Tallulah.
And it will be a goal kick now for Calvary. Looks like the clock is back underway. A little under 22 minutes remaining here in the second half. Calvary down 3-0. So the Knights need 3 goals to keep their season alive. Goal kick comes in toward Davidson. It will fall to a Tallulah Falls player, though. This is York. Hall looking for a teammate to his left. Played it up. This one's deflected by a Calvary defender, though. It'll be ruled a Tallulah Falls throw-in. Thompson will throw it in. Gets it in quickly to York. Hernando plays it up toward Tunquest. This is Thompson now. Cross comes in toward the box. Still alive for Tallulah Falls, though. It's finally cleared momentarily by Calvary. We'll have a whistle, and it looks like it'll be a yellow card for a Tallulah Falls player.
Number 10.
So it will be Fabricio Turner Sandoval with a yellow.
Is that their, I believe that's their second or third yellow on the night.
I believe that's their third.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
So we have a substitution here for Calvary now. I believe it'll be Jacob DeRuin coming out. Be a goal kick. There will not be a substitution yet, so DeRuin remains on. Diaz now for Calvary in the midfield. Looking for Orr and Davidson upfield. This one looking for Davidson as well. DeRuin now plays it back to Diaz. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. That one will go out of play, and it will be a Tallulah Falls throw.
Just say this real quick. I know the scoreline says otherwise at the moment, but we got to give a shout-out to Bowie for Calvary. When he has made the saves, when he has made the attempts on the ball, he has done a fantastic job. That 3-0 may not necessarily reflect his overall performance, but we got to give him a shout-out for the fantastic work he has played behind goal as Calvary brings in 2 subs.
So Jacob DeRuin will check out now. Do not know who the second one is. I do not see a second player coming off. So Luke Scoggins back in, along with Caleb Kirby. Tylen Davidson will be the second one to come off. So Scoggins a senior. Kirby, a freshman for the Knights. This is Mount now in the midfield. It's taken away, however, nicely by Hernando. This is Thompson here in front of us. Looking for Turnquest. He's one-on-one with Ellison. He will get past Ellison. Bowie coming out of goal, but it's misplayed by Turnquest. Bowie still has it now way out of goal, and he will get it upfield. Nice job there again by the Calvary goalkeeper. Now under 19 minutes to play here on the campus of Calvary Christian School. Your Masterwall Calvary Game of the Week here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Knights with possession. We do have a whistle here, and it will be a free kick to the Knights, I believe. I believe it was a foul on Hernando. Mount went down. Bowie now here with a kick. Gets it toward the box. Scoggins gets a head on it, but be collected by the goalkeeper, Bettino, who will go to the ground. So Josiah Jackson now for the Knights. Thompson comes away with it. Mount giving chase. Mount does go down. Still playing. Cross comes into the box, takes a deflection. Hernando's on his left foot, and we will have a whistle here.
I believe an injury for Calvary on the near side, so clock does stop here for a few minutes.
I believe it's Camden Mount down for the Knights. So the clock, yes, as you mentioned, will stop.
Jack Memorial, Houston Hospital, and Houston Clinic timeout here as Calvary, the trainer, comes onto the field.
So just a reminder while the players get some water here as they check on Mount. Give you a quick reminder once again of the GIAA 4A bracket. The winner of this game will advance to the state semifinals, where they will await the winner of number 1 seeded St. Anne Pacelli and number 8 seeded Fulton Science. I believe that game is taking place this upcoming Monday. I believe it's early next week. I could be wrong on the Monday, so apologies if not, or if so. On the other side of the bracket, Brookstone is advanced to the state semifinals along with Mount DeSales. So those two teams will meet with a chance to play for the GIAA 4A state title. So it looks like it'll be a drop ball here, and it will. So we are back underway here at Calvary. Turnquest plays it out. This is Kelsick in the near corner. Gets past one defender. Still alive. Calvary eventually clears it, though. Diaz takes a deflection, though. Shot fired in from distance, and this one is through the uprights. So, partner, there you go. There's your field goal from earlier in the game. Does not count for 3 points here, though. Still 3-0 to Tallulah Falls.
So, looking at the bracket for the GIAA, it will be the winner of this match will face off against the winner of St. Anne Pacelli and Fulton Science. And then we have Brookstone and Stratford facing off. And then that winner will face off against the winner of Mount DeSales and Cristo Rey.
Must mention some substitutions for both teams. Tylen Davidson is back on for Calvary. They're looking for Coleman on that far side, one-on-one. But the goalkeeper does have it.
Coleman needs to be careful here. Don't want to risk a card, especially this late in the game. There's only, I know that's a big thing to say with 15 minutes left in your season, and down by 3, so we might see some frustration boil over from the night. You just need to be careful here to not let your head get ahead of you and make a mistake here this late in the match.
Nice job there by Ellison, diving and getting that one. Still possessed by Tallulah Falls here in the midfield. This is Kelsick. He'll play it back to York. Ball eventually finds its way back to Kelsick. Nice 1-2-3 there. They try to work it back to Kelsick. This one's taken away by Diaz for the Knights. Or gets a deflection on that far side. It will be ruled an Indian throw-in, though. We'll see if they go quick, and they do. It's knocked away by DeRuin, it looked like, for Calvary. Still DeRuin in the midfield. That one's deflected as well. Pace is definitely slowed down here as we approach the 15-minute mark left in the game. Turnquest here gets past one defender. Tries to get past second, and he will. Coming over and clearing it nicely for the Knights is Matthew Ramirez. So it will be a Tallulah Falls throw. I believe it'll be a throw. We'll see where it is down there in the corner.
I believe it was a throw. I believe it was just on this side of the corner flag here for Tallulah Falls, is where, at the very least, in the last 15 minutes of the match.
So Kelsick, they went quick. They didn't go anywhere near the corner, it didn't look like. Davidson takes a deflection there. Still alive for Tallulah Falls. They get it up to Turnquest. Nice clearance there from Calvary, though. But nobody up for the Knights. York, that one will go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Calvary from right, essentially around midfield. But it will not be until after these substitutions for both teams. Camden Mount back in for the Calvary Knights. It will be Kai Thompson back in for Tallulah Falls. Diaz gets that one upfield. Coming out of goal and collecting it, though, is Bettino. And he will try to go quick down that far side. Taken away by Orr in the midfield. This is Coleman. Try to get it up to Mount. Diaz now for the Knights. This is Tylen Davidson. Gets past two defenders. Back to Davidson. He fires a shot in off his right foot. However, is way wide to the right. So number 8 in green got a look there, but a little bit too much on it. And it was not on target. So your score still remains 3-0 Tallulah Falls. Now under 14 minutes left to play here in the second half. The Calvary Knights need a trio of goals to keep their season alive. This is Turnquest now for Tallulah Falls. Diaz now. Looking for Mount. Ball still batted around. It eventually goes out of play.
And into the bleachers.
It'll be a throw-in eventually for Calvary from around midfield. Jackson does get it in.
Probably going to see launch after launch after launch into the box to see if they can try to get something here. 10 minutes to get 3 goals sounds like an impossible task, but in this sport, anything can happen.
Coleman on that far side. They do get it to Mount. Back to Orr. Trying to get a cross in. There's two defenders there, though. Ball's still alive, and it will be ruled a Tallulah Falls throw. Juan Aguada Prieto will take it on that far side for the Indians. Try to get it upfield there, but it's mishit. It will fall to Diaz. It's on his left foot. Switches over to his right. Fires a shot from distance, deflected.
Needs to be saved here, and it's just in bounds for Tallulah Falls. It causes a throw-in, but for their sake, didn't allow a corner.
Matter of inches away from being a corner, too. Throw-in goes to Diaz on his right foot again. This one's fired in from distance, and it will be way wide to the right. Over there near the softball field for the Knights here at Calvary Christian.
Got to mention, too, in soccer, we didn't mention this earlier on in the match, but full ball has to be over the line for it to be considered a goal or out of bounds. So if you see a player towing the ball on the line, that doesn't necessarily mean, unlike in American football where the whole ball must break the plane, or a part of the ball can break the plane and it's considered out of bounds or a touchdown. In the sport of soccer, the whole ball must be over the line.
So Vershawn Turnquest will take a seat here for Tallulah Falls. We'll try to get you the name of who checked in. It'll be number 21, Walden McIntosh. This is Kelsick here in front of us. Nice job there by Jackson defensively. York will throw it in now. 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. This is McIntosh. They find it to Kelsick on this near side. Cross comes in toward McIntosh, deflected by a Calvary defender, and it will be a corner for the Indians. We approach the final 10 minutes of action here in the second half. Looks like it will be Ryan Kelsick on the corner for the Indians. Tallulah Falls with 4 to 5 players in the box. They will go short with it, get it back to Kelsick. It's on his left foot. Fires across in toward the edge of the box. Teammate on it, but it's taken away nicely by DeRuin. Still alive, shot fired in from distance, but it's way wide to the right. It will be a goal kick for Calvary Christian. Ian Borchers was the one who fired the shot in from distance with his left. Diaz now. Gets it upfield to Mount. Coming out and collecting it is the goalkeeper, Bettino. So we're about 40 seconds away from the final 10 minutes of action here in the second half. Calvary throw in here for Ramirez. Looking for Orr. Borchers was there. Another Calvary throw in. Be Coleman to throw it in now. Looks like he'll give way to Ramirez though, excuse me. They get it into Orr. Ball played back up by Ellison. Still alive around the edge of the box.
Good pass there from Tallulah Falls. Trying to get through, just nobody on that far end. Calvary's going to take it quick to see if they can grab at least one goal back so they don't leave Tallulah Falls with a clean sheet.
Jackson now to throw it in for the Calvary Knights. We are now under 10 minutes left. This one's fired into the stands by Tallulah Falls player. Jackson. This one takes a deflection from Kelsick. Taken away by Diaz nicely. Ty Orr now for the Knights. Nice pass back to Diaz. Looking for Coleman on that far side. It's one-on-one Coleman and defender out there. Takes a deflection. It will be a corner for the Calvary Knights. It's going to be a stoppage of clock here. Check on an injured player. It looks like it's Coleman down there in that far corner.
Looked like he was going towards his hamstring on over there.
Potentially cramping up there as well.
Again, it's a hot day, the hottest day we've had in the Columbus area for a little bit.
So 3-0 lead here for Tallulah Falls. Give you a couple of notes on the Indians as well. We mentioned Tallulah Falls in the far northeastern corner of the state of Georgia, near the South Carolina state line. They are the number 5 seed in the playoffs this season. However, they were the number 1 seed in the GIAA 4A a year ago, which was their first in the GIAA after moving from the GHSA. Looks like we will get play back underway here.
As yes, there is a corner. They're just stretching Coleman over there off the sideline, but they are going to continue play.
Scoggins back in for the Knights. I believe it's Camden Mount set to take this corner whenever the referee blows his whistle. 9:02 remaining on the game clock in the stadium. Referee blows his whistle now. Cross comes in.
Ooh, high cross towards the back post.
Falls to Davidson. Fires a shot in. This one's deflected as well. Tallulah Falls looking to clear it. And there will be a whistle. It'll be a free kick right outside the edge of the box. Dangerous location there if you are Tallulah Falls defense, you're pretty close to a penalty there.
Yeah, very close. Oh, wow, like 2 yards. Actually.
More about 2 inches.
About 2 inches.
So the free kick will be taken essentially right on the line by Diaz.
See what kind of wall Tallulah Falls decides to build here. It's going to be a 3-man wall.
I mean, that's literally a matter of inches away from a corner. Or a
penalty.
Penalty, excuse me.
Could have seen the referee point to the spot. But Calvary, crowd on the far post.
Diaz goes low, takes a deflection. Bowie has to retreat back for the Knights. It'll be a free kick for the Knights here.
Another potential injury for the Knights as
Diaz went down. Foul was called on number 8, Tyson Hall.
Number 6 for Calvary on the ground at the moment, as Cameron has gotten up on the far sideline. Clock hasn't been stopped yet. Not that I've seen a X from the whistle meaning to stop from the referee, excuse me, meaning to stop the clock.
So we'll be Tylen Davidson on the free kick once again. 3-man wall set up for Tallulah Falls. See what Davidson does here. Right into the wall. Yep. Ramirez now plays it back to the goalkeeper, Bowie. He'll play it over here on the near side to Davidson. Cross comes in toward the box, has 4 players there. Calvary player is on it, shot fired in, takes a deflection. Diaz still alive on his right foot. Trying to get past the defender on that far side. We'll go out of play for a Calvary throw. 7 minutes left here on the game clock in the stadium. That one gets past Orr, and it's played upfield. Bowie is there, though, for the Knights.
Playing really far forward. He needs to get it away. Barely does so, but Tallulah Falls were looking to pounce on how far forward he was playing there.
Ty Orr now here for the Knights. Cross coming in. It will fall to Davidson here in the near corner. One-on-one with York. Trying to get a cross in. We do eventually have a whistle, and it looks like it will be another yellow card here, as well as a stoppage of clock.
Again, they're in that shed, so we can't exactly see what's happening.
I believe it's a yellow on Kelsick.
Would that have been a red, or is it just straight yellow?
I believe it was a straight. He showed a yellow.
Yellow, but I was wondering if
I do not believe Kelsick is one of the 3 or 4 players that has a yellow previously.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong on that, but I not quite sure on that one. But it was a yellow that I saw. So Kelsick will have to take a seat here. 2-man wall for Tallulah Falls. Clock resumes. Cross comes in off the free kick. Dangerous ball at the back post, but nobody on the receiving end for the Knights.
We're potentially looking at the final 5 minutes of the 2026 season for these Calvary Knights here.
Be a substitution for Tallulah Falls. York will check out. It will be number 6, Harry Goldfine, checking in. So goal kick here for Tallulah Falls. Orr now looking for Mount. It's taken away by the Indians, however.
Depending on where the clock is, we've got it. That time should expire, but scoreboard clock is at 5 minutes at this point, so we're anywhere from time expiring to 5 minutes, so we'll see.
There is a player down for the Knights, and there will be a stoppage of clock once again for an injury. Just to remind you, coming up at the conclusion of our game, it will be the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game.
David, Hernandez, are you keeping clock? Are you keeping clock too?
So a 3-0 lead here for Tallulah Falls. Not quite sure who the injured Calvary Knight is. So play will resume here shortly.
That was number 6 for the Knights.
It's Aaron Diaz. Seniors had a solid game here in the midfield today for the Knights. Diaz will walk off the field there under his own power, and good sight to see.
Bowie's in the back here looking to take this free kick, so expect it to be sent into the box.
Yeah, not quite sure who came in for Diaz via substitution. Bowie does fire it into the box. DeRuin gets a head on it for the Knights, but it's into the arms of the goalkeeper, who will go down to the ground. Bettino now will play it out to a teammate on that far side. Ball played back to Bowie. This one's hit upfield or on the receiving end. This one falls to Jackson. Bowie there once again.
Bowie's coming to the attack now.
So the goalkeeper for Calvary all the way up. Knights have an empty net. This is Ty Orr on the far side. Switches over to his left, fires a shot in, see if it was deflected. And they will say a corner. And Bowie, like you said, is up in attack. So imagine, it looks like the Knights will have everyone except for maybe one or two players in the box here.
Pretty much every player's in the box. So we must be in the final couple minutes of the match.
So the scoreboard in the stadium is being cut off. Time of being kept on the field, so we will let you know.
You'll hear the iconic 3 whistles from the referee to mark the end of the match. And unfortunately for these Knights, the end of their 2026 season.
I believe Diaz now back in. Corner will come in. It is low. Shot comes in and is just wide to the right from Ellison.
That might have been Calvary's last attempt of the season. Might have one more. Bowie may be playing it more forward, but as you can see, the sun's setting behind the trees here of the softball field. The sun is also setting on Calvary's 2026 soccer season.
So Bowie is out of goal. It's an
and they're just
open
going
net.
to shoot.
They're going to go for goal, and it'll be way wide to the left by about 10 yards. So it will be a goal kick here when play resumes.
They're taking it quick, are the Knights?
Knights going quick down that far side. Try to get it upfield. Scoggins giving chase. It'll be a Tallulah Falls throw-in.
Just waiting on the referee to have the final 3 whistles here.
It'll be a foul there on Tallulah Falls. It'll be a free kick to the Knights. Bowie's on it. Got to imagine he might go at goal here. You never know. Definitely has the power to get it there. Fires a shot in. Diaz is there. Takes a bounce, and it's over the crossbar. And there is your whistle, and that will do it here at Calvary. Tallulah Falls, a winner 3-0. And the Indians are moving on in the GIAA 4A playoffs. And now, folks, to present your Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, we are going to give it to Calvary goalkeeper Caden Bowie. We know the 3-0 scoreline might not reflect it. Bowie was absolutely sensational at times here this afternoon. Had an outstanding game, and we even saw him in attack there at the end of the game. Tyler, any closing thoughts on Bowie and just Calvary's season overall as it comes to a close here this afternoon?
Calvary, again, had a great season coming into the night. They were 10-5 overall. Of course, they finished all the season 10-6 with this Elite 8 round of 8 exit, this quarterfinal exit. They played a fantastic game. Once they hit the 25th minute, however, they let a goal in from Tallulah Falls. We saw them get into their heads just a little bit, maybe a little bit aggressive. Were the Knights, they, of course, went down to 10 men at that point. But Calvary, you got to say, overall, a great season. Congratulations to them on making the playoffs, having the first round bye. On the night tonight, of course, they came up short, but they have a lot to look forward to next season. As I know, 2027 will be here. And I know it feels like a long way away, but before we know it, we'll be back here at Calvary covering the soccer team next year. So looking forward to them. Congratulations to Tallulah Falls. We want to wish them the best as they move forward in the playoffs. And, again, they play the winner of St. Anne Pacelli and Fulton Science. So we could, depending on the result of that match, we could see them back in Columbus very soon.
So 3 goals scored by Tallulah Falls: Vershawn Tunquist, Ryan Kelsick, and Kai Thompson. As you mentioned, the Indians moving on. to the GIAA 4A semifinals, where they will await the winner of St. Anne Pacelli and Fulton Science. That's the number 1 versus number 8 matchup. Folks, we thank you for joining us here this afternoon. A Masterwall Game of the Week at Calvary. Just one final big thank you to our presenting sponsors at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital Houston Clinic, and the Mike Costello Law Firm. For Matt Melton, producer and color commentator Tyler Dykes, we'll see you next time here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live. What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here with Masterwall CEO Steve Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, Steve, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley, and me with my history of being a coach and all. Love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different high schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now an award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, you know, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. Loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an example and point them in the right direction, and kind of do the same thing with business. So, you know, you got to build it with a lot of good people around you, the right support group, and once again, I call it a ministry because that's the way I see it.
You can get this award-winning book right now on Amazon, and it's going to tell the whole story of C. Smithwick from being an award-winning coach and a Hall of Famer and having the court named after him and then building this incredible business. I can't wait to dive into it, Coach.
Good. Hope you enjoy it. It's about never giving up. So that's what a coach needs to know. It's what an entrepreneur needs to know.
The name of it is Believer, Bulldog, Coach, right now on Amazon. And thank you again to C. Smithwick and Maxwell for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Thanks for having me.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're going to make you feel at home. They're going to take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.